Before we get into this report, I do want to preface this to take this with a grain of salt, as this does not come from an official source. Although this story does come from a reliable source, again, Lucasfilm and Disney have not come out and officially confirmed it, so keep that in mind during this video. With that said, let's go ahead and talk about the brand new rumor and report that we're hearing about the next Star Wars trilogy. It's widely known that the Game of Thrones producers would be taking on their own Star Wars trilogy, a trilogy likely set in the Old Republic era of Star Wars, and an era that has not been very well explored in Star Wars canon. Again though, there was another Star Wars trilogy that was promised to us, being helmed by director of The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson, a quite controversial choice I may add. Today we are receiving a report exactly the time period that Rian Johnson's trilogy will supposedly take place, as we've heard next to nothing about this additional Star Wars trilogy, just that it will likely take place after the Game of Thrones guys have their track at Star Wars, with Rian Johnson notoriously taking a very long time to write out his scripts. Nonetheless, the big news that we're getting about the Rian Johnson trilogy is that it will supposedly take place after Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. How far after is a complete mystery, and whether or not characters will return for this new trilogy is unknown. It was officially announced previously that Rian Johnson's new trilogy would be moving past legacy characters. Legacy characters basically meaning characters from the original and prequel trilogy, and likely even the sequel trilogy of 7, 8, and 9, meaning that Rian Johnson will be able to craft a completely original story around Star Wars, with little continuity of the previous characters. Also, according to the report, this will be set after The Rise of Skywalker in a completely different era of Star Wars to contradict the Old Republic films that are also planned, and that there is a possibility that Daisy Ridley could return as Rey. However, this is unclear, with another report indicating that the lead will again be a female Jedi hopeful. Just for some clarification, this report is coming from the individual that confirmed a Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, and a Moon Knight Disney Plus series far before the official announcement came, so they do have a previous track record. Again though, as always, I just wanted to make this video to keep you guys up to date, and keep in mind that this could all be false, and Rian Johnson's trilogy could follow something completely different along completely different lines. Anyway though, I want to hear your thoughts on Rian Johnson returning for another Star Wars trilogy, as I'm sure there will be heated debates in the comments down below. But what are your overall thoughts on this report? And do you think that Rian Johnson's trilogy will take place after The Rise of Skywalker and Episode 9? And do you guys still think that Rian Johnson is getting his trilogy at all? And what are your thoughts on the director and how he's handled Star Wars? As always, my friends, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.